Hello there, welcome to Ton TV and the Greenock Morton weekly update as sponsored by my dears, the auctioneers. My special guest today is a local boy who, like many before him, has come up through the ranks. He is an elegant but tough midfielder, but nobody could ever say that this guy is made of cardboard. So Reece, good that you bring your friend in.
It's nice, isn't it? Horrible picture.
When was that taken?
End of last season, I'm sure. I think so anyway, end of last season.
This is all about the couple of crowdies, of course.
Couple of crowdies, aye. We've got a few up early now, aye, so hopefully we can get a couple more.
Does that sort of thing help out there when you're playing?
Well, you don't really notice, but it's alright, seen it before games and stuff, but during the game, you don't really notice.
Seem to remember, I took this fella for a haircut.
Aye, I got a random WhatsApp for a random number, and I was like, who's this? Got my photo in a barber chair, and then I said it to you, and it was the boy who took it. He sent me a funny photo, and he was kidding on to cut my hair with.
Went viral?
I did, I went back onto it, aye.
Right, well listen, I only want to deal with one Reece Lyon here this morning, so let's get rid of that for the start. Congratulations, 50 appearances last week against Arbroath. You must be pleased with that.
Aye, it went extremely fast. I didn't even know until after the game. I got a Twitter notification that it was 50 appearances. I didn't even know. So it went extremely fast. Couldn't even tell you how many I've started at, or if it's appearances or whatever. But it went so fast. Everything went extremely fast. When I was at youth level, it felt as if it was last week. Everything just goes so fast in football. That's how football moves so fast. So you need to try and stay as fit as you can, as long as you can.
Because you've come through the ranks, like you said, you're only 20 and you've made 50 appearances, like Strappy.
Aye.
Of course, the two you kind of came through.
Aye, I've known Strappy since under 16s, 17s or something. So I used to travel in with him as well. Under 17s he used to take me, and then under 20s he took me. So I have come right through the ranks, and then he went out on loan, and then he's come back. He's done really well last season, and he started this season off really good. So I am happy for him.
He is, of course, older than you. 21 this week.
A year older, aye. It's just his birthday right there, aye. So he's getting on a bit.
Did you give him stick, aye?
Give him stick, aye.
Listen, what about the Arbroath game? It's a difficult place to go, isn't it?
Oh, it was a really tough game. It's extremely windy and the conditions aren't great up there. But I thought we did well. We handled the game out well. They've only lost 2 games since the turn of the year, and one was against Hearts that they should have beat. They should have beat Hearts, and then the last game to get beat up there was actually us. So I thought we'd done well to go up there and get a point out of it. It was a really tough game.
Yeah, we're talking now about, obviously, from lockdown perspective. That was the game before that. Yeah. But how did you find lockdown as a young professional?
Personally, it was probably a good timing for me. As beforehand, the team was we were actually kind of flying. So for the team, it was probably wasn't the best. But personally, I got injuries and I was kind of falling out a wee bit. So personally, it was good to get my head right, get fit again, and try and get my pace back up. And then I've come back and kind of started a wee bit slow, and then the last 2 weeks I've been back into it. So, but as in lockdown, it was boring. It was boring for people, and it was boring for me, staying in the house, not playing football. You love coming in training and stuff every single day with the boys and the gaffer and even the banter in the changing room. You missed it all. So it was tough, but in football sense, it was probably a good timing for me. But for your head and people, it was tough.
You're a local boy. We talked about that earlier. I mean, local boy, local club. It's the dream.
It is. I came here when I was 14. I think under 14s I came here from St Mirren, funnily enough.
Mention that.
And then I've just worked my way through the ranks, played 14s, 15s, 16s, 17s, and then I went into reserves football, and I played reserves for 1 year, 2 years I think, and then I got my debut, and then I was back with the reserves for a bit, and then JJ just brought me in, and I played quite a good few games under JJ, and then I came back with the gaffer, and the gaffer was brilliant with me when he first came in, and it's just progressed from there.
How do you find working with the gaffer?
It's good. I think he's progressed my game a lot. If people ask me what kind of player I was 2 years ago, I'd say I like sitting deep, getting on the ball, and just spraying passes. But the gaffer's developed my game as in off the ball. He's made it clear to me that getting off the ball was just as important as on the ball. So he's developed my game a lot.
Because we've described you, because I've seen you described as elegant but tough. Would that be a fair summation of Reece Lyon?
It would be recently, aye. Elegant but tough, aye. That's what the gaffer's done. He's developed that tough bit into my game, so he has.
Did you play locally as a young boy? Did you come through local teams?
I played with St Andrews Boys Club when I was young, until 9, and then I went pro youth 9 till 14. So up until I was at 9, I played St Andrews, which was 2 minutes away.
It's kind of been a breeding ground for Morton, hasn't it? Really, quite a few boys.
Aye, quite a few boys. St Andrews and Yak, is it Yak?
Greenock Yak. Yeah.
Greenock Yak and stuff. So I know a couple of boys who used to play them, and I used to play with a couple of boys who just left here last year. I used to play at St Andrews with them, so I did.
No games this weekend, of course. Betfred Cup on all around the country. But next up for you guys is Hearts here at Capitol.
Hearts here, that'll be a tough game. It'll be a good game. I'm sure that's the game everybody wants to see and watch and play in. I'm really looking forward to it. Last year, I think start of last year, we played Hibs up at Easter Road and we competed well. We done well. We probably should have got something from the game. So I don't think we've got anything to fear to go into next Saturday's game against Hearts.
Of course, we've got the Hearts game on live stream. And you have the chance to get the early bird special, which is still available, £14 for that, then £16 thereafter. That's up to Tuesday the 1st of December. The live stream has been going really well for us, I have to say, but no crowds around. What did you make of the initiative this week from the SPFL to try and bring crowds back?
I think it's good. I see England, they're getting 4,000 or something, so why can't we? I'm sure you could easily spread social distance later. Loads of people across Capitol for fans to get back in, and it'd be good for the boys, so I don't see why not.
Have you been getting used to playing without crowds though?
Yeah, I have. To be honest, it's during games, like when you're in games and stuff, you probably don't really notice it. That's probably just because we're kind of used to it now. It's been months and months and months without fans, so but I'm sure it'd be good if you're in a game and you're struggling or you're doing well with fans to push you on. You would, as soon as one game they're back, you would realise how good they are.
You are a young player, 20 years of age, made your 50 appearances, as we said. We found out last week that Brian's called Uncle Bry.
He's called Uncle Bry, aye. I don't really know why. I don't even know who came up with it or why, but it's just because he's like the uncle about the place. He's a senior player, he's experienced, and he helps everybody out a lot.
Do you see yourself in the Jim McAllister mode? You know, he's got that kind of midfield presence that you're building yourself. I
look up to Jim, Midge, Kai, obviously the senior midfielders. They've helped me out a lot when you're on the pitch. It's good to play against beside people like that. I mean, because they really help you a lot. They tell you where to go and stuff. It develops your game a lot. I've
had it mentioned to me a few times that you're a potential captain. What do you see as the future? Honestly, I take game by game. I can't really look too much in the future. Of course, to become a captain of the club that you've been at since you were 14 would be a massive honour. But I'm still 20. I don't think I'm anywhere near that yet. I've only played 50 games. It's Jim and Midge and stuff. I've played over 300. So it's still got a long way to go. As a young boy, did you model yourself in any? Did you have any particular heroes in the game? I liked how the way Iniesta and Xavi and stuff played, but you certainly can't play like that when you're at the Scottish Championship. It's much tougher and people are right up you. So, but I liked watching them players. How much did you know about Diego Maradona that we lost this week? To be fair, I did. I know he was kind of similar Messi style, but I didn't. I've not really watched him and stuff. But it's sad news because he's obviously one of the world's greatest. Have you been watching some of the stuff? I've watched some of his stuff. His warm-ups and stuff. It's magic, man. Aspirations for the season for Morton and for Reece Lyon? For me, play as many games as I can, try and do the best I can, and for us, we'll just take game by game. We'll try and get as many points as we can, and we'll just see where it takes us. We can't set any targets at the moment. We'll just take game by game, see where it sets us. Well, listen, thanks for coming today and talking to us. Congratulations once again on the 50 appearances. Of course, that doesn't mean that you can't come in an interview with odd socks on. So nice, man. It just as well. It just proves you're human. Reece, thanks for coming in today. Really appreciate it. Cheers. And thank you for joining us, as you always do, on the Greenock Morton Weekly Update, as sponsored by McTears, the Auctioneers.